Thank you. All right, I call this meeting of the Park and Rec and Streetlight Committee to order at 4:39 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, both directors are present. Okay.
I motion to approve the agenda.
Okay, so agenda. Moving on to public comment, we have no members of the public in person or online at this time. So we will move on to 3, approval of minutes. I will motion to approve the minutes.
I will second.
It's approved. So we will move on to number 4, review and discussion regarding Park and Rec events.
For lack of a better or PowerPoint presentation, I just did this. I'm more of a person, so we're gonna do that reports. And the committee requested that we kind of give an update on last year's how the classes did and things like that. So we went ahead and put this together. Regarding the 2024 performance and then what we're looking at for future programs. So on the first section here, you can see sort of the range of classes that we offer, starting around age 5. We have our baking classes, our painting classes, archery lessons. We have a upper age bracket because these kids are older, so some of the classes change, the difficulty level of some classes change. Not baking classes are included with the younger bracket, but the painting classes, they do a little bit more difficult painting when they do their classes. And then they are also offered archery lessons for young adults and adults. And I know that there are a few kids that participate. We also offer gardening classes. And then once a year we have a compost and tree 101 class. The seniors are still managing all their programming. We just help with setup and tear down and things like that. They do a lot of stuff like almost every single day of the week. It's fantastic. They do a lot of game days. They do potlucks. They have a line dancing class in here on Fridays. We just wrapped up our tax prep. The lady comes like a couple times a month for a few months and offers tax preparation. It's fantastic service for them. And then we also, if you want to go to the next paper, we also included what other events we offer that are maybe not class specific, or other events that staff participate in. And you can see these here. Movies in the Park, obviously that's family events. The farmers market, Rowena's still running our farmers market. Fantastic, doing fantastic. It's actually gotten to where she kind of needs indoor space and outdoor space, so we're having her do both of those. We participate in Little League opening day because there are so many kids there, so we really promote our summer programs at that event. We also participate in it says biannual, it's confusing, it's twice a year, the home garden show out at the fairground in Victorville. We offer lots of information about conservation. We have customers come in and talk to us about our
Recording in progress.
Like and then we also participate in the Community Resource Fair that's held at Toronto. Fantastic event. Fun days, of course. We do offer, meet your representative events here and there. We have been requested to possibly offer one this year. And then we, of course, have our year-end Christmas tree lighting ceremony. So this is the next paper here is what attendance looks like for those classes. These classes are the only ones that we require registration, we keep a roster, require people to fill out waivers and things like that. And this is the annual attendance. you'll see the archery classes and baking classes are at 102, both at 102. That's because we cap those classes at 35 participants. It's just more manageable. And like every single, that and the painting classes always max out, always max out. Some things that we've learned over the past few years, or, since we became a district really, children's and senior classes do absolute best. Obviously, that's the practice that have more free time. Children's programming, we really probably need to look at expanding that. Like I mentioned, the baking classes and the cleaning classes always full, people always trying to get into those. So, I was going to bring up with the seniors, we actually are in transition where they requested to move their entire facility that's here up to Piñon Hills, and they're just going to use the Piñon Hills facility. It just works out better for them for a number of different reasons. So this is going to be actually open up to classes and things like that. So it's going to give us another space. We're going to be able to expand the painting classes, expand the baking classes, and things like that. Because we're going to have to rearrange the tables and stuff. So, and then the other thing that we've noticed, adults will participate in events, but it has to involve their kids and it has to involve the community. Like, so we've tried a few different other events, I'm sure concerts, different stuff. We just don't get the participation for whatever reason. The adults just don't participate. We did do kind of an analysis on demographics for budget this year, and it does look like demographics, specifically in Phelan, are shifting. We're having a lot more younger families move in, so we may see kind of a move towards events that, cater to that, but, that's just a side note. And so then the last page, these are programs that we are actively exploring right now. It does take a little bit to put these together. At the suggestion of Gina, we reached out to Rockner Disabilities and we are trying to get something going with them. We've had a couple meetings with Transition Habitat Conservancy. They're doing a great program up with Redwood CSD that involves like a big nature program, painting nature and things like that. And it actually has brought in a lot of adult participation. So that's something that we're exploring. We're talking about maybe doing like a hiking 101 class or, more nature-based programs with them. But that's something that will take a minute to put in place. We also, at the request of the seniors, they would like to see return of their lunches, where it's the district hosted lunches, and we're able to, give a little talk to them and things like that. We've done conservation talks. We've talked about what's going on in the park and stuff like that. We're in the process of working with county to get that reestablished. They don't have those, they call them bids, open until except like the fall, basically. So we won't see anything until next year for that. And then we're going to try another concert in the park. We want to make it work. We want to make it happen. So
want to make it work.
yes, I think it's so fun. I think it's great these other cities have these concerts and stuff like that. So we're going to try it again. We're going to try to do one next summer and really promote it a lot and maybe possibly get a food truck here or some kind of vendors here to try to, or a car club or something like that to try to bring in more people. But that's on our radar right now. We've already reached out to a number of different bands and things like that. But we're still working on that. And another one I think that is very interesting is doing a food truck night. This was suggested by a few different staff members, and they do it in other areas, and I think it could potentially be work for us, especially if we did it along with concerts and things like that. So
Yeah.
we're also looking at that. I don't know if there's any questions.
I have a question. So have you tried any activities for under age 5? Just curious.
We have not. The reason for that, I don't know.
I thought maybe you had and it was a failure. That's why I was curious. I didn't. That's what I was thinking. Maybe it would be obviously a parent and a child, of course, but I was looking at the library and what they offer, and they actually do offer a few things down there. I don't know what their participation is, but they had some really good ideas that maybe we could expand on.
That's a great
Something to think
idea.
about.
Partner.
Yeah, and then and a lot of your classes are after school, which makes sense. But for the mommy and me, maybe it makes more sense having it earlier in the day. If something,
And I tell you why, I think the first class, we had a couple people show up, and then by the end of summer, but we could try it again.
okay, so that would be like a summertime. Most of this is summertime?
That's.
Okay, gotcha. You would have to figure out how to work around that busing school schedule, that's for sure.
Mm.
And then I'm just curious on, we max out on the baking class and well, it sounds like all the others. Do we max out right before the event? Are people last minute signing up, or are we full a month before and maybe we could plan a second one?
So we are. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like this-
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So we
Okay.
got- So it's really based upon the instructor schedule and how
Oh,
much she
gotcha.
wants. So I could ask if she'd be interested.
I don't know, I just thought maybe, I don't know what time of day they happen, maybe even back to back or the following Saturday. It's just a thought.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's that booked and you know in advance, I mean, I was expecting to say it's last minute. You can't really know much about that.
I love the ones with the food.
Yeah. Well, the flyers are cute too,
Yeah.
so that helps. Like cookie?
Feel quite, yeah.
That
would be fun. Oh, and then we did do, I think twice we did the ladies self-defense
Yeah.
classes as well. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that,
Okay. Yeah. But if you don't hear back from him. Was he like, is he a private company? Oh, okay.
works.
Right. I got you. Okay. Because we may be able to reach out to the public information officer, who I went to high school with at the sheriff's department and see if we can get a new connection if that doesn't work. Okay. Got it.
So with our demographics changing a little bit, family activities sounds like would be, I mean, I do like the concert in the park idea. I've been to a couple and it's too bad that it wasn't accepted, but, so we probably need to start brainstorming on family activities that maybe we could add.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I totally get why maybe the adults aren't coming on their own, that it takes the kids to get them here because our lives are pretty busy, but if it's now.
Update on Phelan Farmers Market.
Yeah, like I mentioned, she actually requested, I think a month or two ago, if they could, use this, continue to use the space inside. So it's going pretty well.
Have you, was Rowena here last time we had a park meeting? Have you
No.
met her?
I've met her in the past.
Okay.
I used to then a long time ago, but she was here.
Would you like to?
Because she'll come if we ask to give us an update in person at the
I'd
park.
be kind of curious to know, even if she doesn't come, if you have it, how many vendors on average we typically have. I think that'd be kind of neat to know.
Yeah.
And maybe the range of what they sell. That'd be interesting. It's been a little while since I've walked it, but
Yeah, and she gives a nice report on, the
I lost the word I was looking for. The different things that she has, like where they do the matching, for like the EBT and that kind of stuff and the different programs she gets. It's like that. And then gift baskets that they'll do raffles and stuff. So it's very interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Number 6, update on teaching garden.
This, participation is all the same, just cleaned it out, so if you happen to be able to, flowers look lovely, and they got a lot of stuff growing over there. Participation is about 10 people, 10 students per class right now. We're hoping to definitely expand that program as we do our enhancement project, we get a lot more classes in there.
Is 10 the max that we can handle at what we're doing, or?
No. It's something that we promote a lot on social media and stuff like that, and in the office and in flyers and stuff like that. But we're kind of hoping to like expand to like children's programming and stuff like that as we get the garden space with the team area and stuff like that.
Kids usually really like that.
Yeah.
I know as a member of the Phelan Chamber, the CSD can advertise on our electronic sign as well. I think that'd be good to announce before sending the request, and we'll. Yeah, first Tuesday at noon, Pizza Factory. But sometimes we just need that little reminder. May have had intentions to attend a class and then you forget.
Is that
Currently,
okay?
but if you, there's just a link, you click on it, you say what you want to say, and then it emails it to us, whoever happens to be in charge.
Yeah.
And you can set up, you already know when your classes are, you could set up all of them. Well, you have to hit enter each time, but separate request for each one, each date.
All right, moving on to item 7, update regarding Phelan Community Park expansion and improvement.
So for the expansion project, June 24th, is the board supervisors meeting, and they should be approving the NOD. And once that's posted and stuff, we'll be able to move forward with the CP and things like that. So kind of that. It was supposed to be on the April agenda, and I guess their agenda was too full, and had that pushed. And then for the enhancement, tomorrow night, we will be bringing forward the recommendation for award to the contract. And I think it's probably going to be 3 to 4 weeks before they actually put it on.
All right, can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have a question. I'm getting a little confused on all these projects, but so what is the enhancement? What is the expansion? I was looking at some maps. I mean, the smaller one is happening first. And which one do you call that?
The enhancement.
The enhancement.
Expansion. Yeah.
Okay. So, and that includes the pickleball courts, garden.
It's going to be upgrading like the paths, the ADA compliant.
Okay.
There's for fitness.
Was there a little playground, or is that part of the next one?
That's
Okay. All right, and then that's called the expansion? Or no?
That's going to be the expansion. We go out into.
Okay, so that is the larger project.
Yes.
Okay. And do we have an ETA on when that starts?
Try to get at least a portion of it done, but because of the requirements that we have to meet with them, we can't touch the property at all. So,
Mm.
obviously.
So you need to wait. Yeah.
We're gonna wait on that and then hopefully pursue that.
So in about a year, maybe we'll be doing something. Okay. Fully. Okay. All right. I think that helps me. Thank you.
All right, number 8, staff report.
I'm gonna apologize right now because, I have not begun doing staff reports yet. I'll bring one this time.
No
But anything
problem.
you want, give me the information.
No problem at all. Number 9, committee comments. Anything additional?
No, I think I talked to them.
We've talked enough.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. I will point out that we have the flyers in here, like you said.
Mhm.
So we've got the summer kids painting, the kids archery, the awesome movie nights flyer, the edible fruit arrangement, and the pizza baking class. I've asked them before if grown-ups can come, and they tell me no every time. I know.
I don't know why we can't do. I don't know.
But that is a good idea to have an adult cooking class too.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be fun.
Any questions on those?
No.
So number 10, review of action items. Any prior meeting action items?
We just had the update with the stats and everything, so we felt that.
Okay, and current meeting?
I think we were noting this one of the control programs that was about it.
Okay.
Oh, I do have a question. If we look into more, I'm assuming we have a budget that we have to stay within. Do we ever reach our budget? Do we have to be careful? That's,
As we've gotten instructions on that, yeah, it's gotten more where we need. So,
okay.
I can bring like a financial report for the next.
I think that'd be a good idea because we're getting close to approving next year's budget. Why not at least have that thought in mind?
Number 11, setting the agenda for the next meeting, which is August 12th.
Since we meet every 3 months, it would probably be a good idea to have Christmas on the August agenda so that we can talk about all the exciting ideas that you guys have to add this year. So excited. That would be awesome. Anything that you want to add on there for the August meeting?
No, I think we're.
We have plenty of time, so if you think of something,
I'll email.
no problem, no problem. All right, well, then with no further business, we will adjourn at 5:01 p.m. Thank you.